Peace and power, beautiful people. Hello and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title, I had a call with an Instagram expert on how to leverage my video reels experience, and I thought that it was actually pretty useful. I mean, I tend to be a little cynical about these types of like calls or notifications. I'm always like, maybe they're going to like just sell me something or try to get me in some program or something. But actually, the expert really shared some tangible things that I could do to see results. So about a month ago, I saw on the top of my Instagram a notification that said that I'm eligible to speak with an Instagram expert. And when I looked at it, I said, should I just close this off? But I then realized it's not often that you would have that opportunity to actually speak with somebody that works for Instagram and can tell you a little bit more about what they're intending with Reels and how to really get yourself out there and that sort of thing. So I ended up booking the call. I booked it for like about 3 weeks ahead. I was pleasantly surprised. So you can hear from this clip that I'm about to insert what was being shared. Hello.
Hi, is this Dr. Shelly?
Yes, it is. Hi, Miriam.
Hi, it's Miriam. Hi. So I'm just going to run you through a quick agenda for our call before we get started. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
The first thing I personally like to do on my calls before I even kind of get started with any best practices is just break down for you what the ultimate or higher purpose of Reels is for creators specifically, more so than regular users. That's the ultimate purpose of Reels. It's to bring you new eyes, new audiences, and ultimately try turn as many of those new eyes into new followers, if that makes sense.
So you can hear from that snippet that what the Instagram expert, said quite frankly, is that when it comes to Instagram Reels, they are really hoping to get smarter, quicker consumption of content. That's what it's all about. So ensuring that if I am a content creator and I create something on my profile, a video, let's say, or a reel, that it's finding people and it's informational. It's not just, a pretty reel, but people are actually kind of engaging with it. And the other thing that she was saying is that reels are really to help content creators get before their target audience. And I do agree with that, because I have realized that in me using reels, I get exposed to people that I wouldn't usually be exposed to, and I actually get followers as well too for my reels. They tend to be very shareable, so I see that as something as well too. So I want to share with you what are the 3 key tips that were shared in this call, and maybe you can apply it to your business. You can try it out and see if it works for you. So the first thing that she said, and you heard that in the snippet as well, she talked about consistency. And when she said consistency, she was saying the amount of times that you post. So she was saying, generally speaking, you should be posting reels 2 to 3 times a week. Yeah, 2 to 3 times a week. But she was saying that, some content creators, do it 4 to 5 times a week. And then she asked me, where I am with the amount of times that I post. And I said to her, honestly, when it comes to reels, it's once a week. And I say this because I am not all about these algorithms and chasing all of that. For those that really know me, I am pretty simple. I just like to move with the flow. I like to share when I have something on my heart, and that is it. But no judgment to some of you who are posting 4 to 5 reels in a week. That is killer. I guess it would be for you to figure out if you can fit yourself into the 2 to 3 times a week and see if that works for you. So she said consistency is key. It doesn't matter what days that you post, but she was saying just ensuring that frequency that you're posting is set. And she was also saying that the reason why that is important as well is because you want to have a little bit of planning with your content creation. The other thing that was raised in number 2 is that when you create your reel, ensure that you also share it on your timeline grid. So she asked me if this is a practice that I usually do, and I said yes, and she said great, keep doing it. She said the reason why that's important is because people tend to see your timeline more than they see your stories. And I was like, wow, that makes sense, because sometimes I find that even in my Instagram stories, I'm not getting the amount of views that I would expect for the amount of followers that I have. But when I post, my posts do so well. So it makes sense about keeping it on your profile grid. And what she was saying is that before you remove it, if you do decide to clean up your Instagram, she said you should wait a week. by then, she said the algorithm would have already kind of picked up on what the message of your reel is, and then it would determine whether you should be on an explore page, etc. And the third thing that she shared was exclusivity. Now, this is particularly useful for those of you that are content creators or influencers, or you're trying to create your personal brand. She said that she realized that I had Go Bravely as something that was my personal brand, and she's seeing how I'm using it, and she was saying that this is a great way to really focus on it being a series. And I was so inspired by what she said, I even created one. Go onto my Instagram, you will see that I have a Go Bravely series, and that's where I share how to go bravely into professional spaces or personal topics, and it's been really receiving great feedback so far. With exclusivity, you want to create something that represents you, something that is very much authentic to you, and somebody else can't replicate it so easily, right? And I thought that this was great, especially since I already have Go Bravely. But for you, if you do have something that is bespoke to you, then this is a great way to capitalize. If you don't just yet, then think about creating something, and really start to lean into social media in a much more intentional way. And this was the point that I really liked, because it encouraged me to really reflect on how I'm using social media. What is the signaling that I want to give on there? What is the type of content that I want to create? It really helped me to figure out what are the types of things that I could be doing and the types of things I could be discussing. Oh, the final thing is, and I didn't really see this as a big tip, but for some of you it might apply. She talked about remixes and the importance of remix. Somebody who already has a large audience. So for example, if you're somebody that is an influencer, you do makeup or you dance, or you're doing most of your Instagram for entertaining, she said the remix tool is actually really good. This is where a lot of memes come about. This is where a lot of dance trends start to happen through the remixing. So she said if you're going to remix someone, make sure that person is kind of in the same field as you, and you're not remixing somebody who has a completely different audience or content from you. And I thought that was actually a really good tip for anybody that's doing remixing, because when you're remixing, when you think about it, your reel will actually get before their audience, because their audience can see what was remixed, and you're getting before an audience that you wouldn't usually have access to. So beautiful people, I hope that was useful. As I said, this would be a fire and very quick kind of YouTube video, and it's a little different, but as I said, there are things that really are useful for those of you that are trying to leverage your reel strategy on Instagram. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if I come across any more gems, I will be sure to share it with you. Most importantly, please stay yourself, be authentic. You are light, you are love, and you are destined for greatness. Go bravely into all of you, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. Peace everyone, love. Bye.